We're heading to a new great source today, and it may be a little iffy. They may be trying to sell you money, but I looked at it. I did a search for where I live because I know these programs a lot. And it's a database. It says it's for veterans, but it's for everybody. I don't know why. Maybe they're trying to sell something to veterans because it's a .com, so I'm always suspicious. But anyway, it shows you down payment programs. And these programs are everywhere. And as they say, there's for veterans, but they're non-veterans too. And I put my address in, and I found 40 programs for where I lived in Maryland, and with down payment money up to $100,000 or more. So that's it. So I would get this if I were you. Go to the website and put it in. Again, you got to put your email in there, of course. But if you're looking for a home buyer, and they all look like, see, the people giving out the money, you only want to talk to .gov, G-O-V, or .org, which is organization, stands for nonprofit organizations. Because see, nonprofits and government are the people that give you money. Everybody else in this country is going to want to get your money. And see, these are like the helpful community people. So this is what we decide as a community. And they're important because they help people. So like our churches, they're part of this operation. So they help people who need money and things like that. And so you have to find out about the government and nonprofit organizations, and Google doesn't show you that. Google, you'll never find these in Google because everything in Google is trying to make money from you. So that's why if you don't have income, I would just stay away from Google. And I'll show you other places to get good stuff. Okay, now this is a good report. So it's a .com. So like I say, be careful, but it's good. Somebody's going to do the research for you, do it. But you don't buy anything from them, okay? and that's it. Now, I'm going to put in here, I'm going to put a link in the description. I'll try to put it when I edit this on here. Here's a free link to a report I have that shows you 10 ways to get down payment grants as big as $200,000 and homes for as little as $1. See, and this is what takes to get what you need. You can't go to Google because Google is just going to get you in a place to either get you something you didn't have to pay for or rip you off with something. I mean, that's how I see it, because there's so many other things there, and nobody there is going to sell you something. I mean, give you something for free. Everybody there has to make money for it. So that's why if you're going to get a grant, nobody makes money off a grant, right? Unless they apply, make you pay to apply, and you don't want to do that either. So you got to stay away from the .coms. I mean, if you have money, you go spend your heart out. But if you don't have money, you're just going to get worse off and worse off. And you have to learn to use this other system, which I call the giving economy, not the the money economy or the capitalist society. So there's a giving economy. And here's a listing. Here's the website. If you want this free report, it's bit.ly, and then slash, then 4, and then small letters FN. So that's 4, then small letters FN. Then capital letters Q, the number 6, capital letters C, E. So that's bit.ly slash, the number 4, small letters FN, capital letters Q, then 6, and then C, E, okay? Now you get this report, and it shows you 10 places where you could go and get money for buying a house, fixing up a house. And what you have to do now, this takes work. You're not gonna get a link and fill out an application and apply for money. No, you have to call people and find out if this is for you and the details about it. And the most important thing when you call and ask it for you, and if they say no, it's not for you because you're too tall. They have some reason you can't apply. So you have to ask them, where else can I go? That's the key. The key is not searching more for people who want to get money from you. The key is asking people the question about where should I go from people who get money and get paid every day to help people like you to figure out what to do in life. See, if we have our third of our economy that all they do is sit to help people get out of financial trouble, that's what I see. Because if you add up our whole economy, and then take out what part of that is nonprofit organizations and government offices, that's a third. So sure, it's not half, it's not a whole, and capitalism is a lot bigger, but that's big in my mind, and people don't know, and that's the problem. So that's the opportunity, is you have to start learning how to use it, whether you use me or anybody else, I don't care. But don't do anything until you talk to somebody who doesn't have something to sell you. The problem is we go to Google and talk to people who have something to sell us. You don't want to do that. You want to talk to people who have nothing to sell you, but want to help you. And that's what all these people are like that. So you have HUD counseling, you have Neighbor Works, you have your state, an association in every state that gives money for free for people to buy homes. Federal Home Loan Bank Board was a quasi-government organization that gives grants. Habitat for Humanity, that's another one. The Department of Agriculture, that's another one. Then you have the local community development officers, that's another one. And then we have 211 and Find Help. Now, Find Help is also a great place to find free people who can talk to you about what you should do to find what you want, because they spend their lifetime doing it. Sure, now they're all not going to have an answer for you. That's why you have to keep calling more people till you get the answer you need. That is the way to get it. I've been doing research 50 years, and there's no shortcut to this. I like to be, and I wish it was easier, but it ain't. But it's there. That's the thing. It is there. So you could use it. Okay, let's see what I have here in the links, and it'll be in there. Also, get ready for what's in the state. The state is where all the action is. And what they're doing now in state governments is they're trying to get more people to have skills over degrees. In other words, more jobs now will require just a skill, not a degree. So you don't have to go to school for 4 years. You get a skill. And the government, federal, state, local, is pouring lots of money into this just for people to get skills. They pay you. Now, in America, you don't have to pay $40,000 a year to go to college. The government will pay you $40,000 to learn a skill for a $100,000 a year job. Yeah, that's there. That's at your local level. Biden's been pouring a bunch of dough into this stuff, and it's always been there, just now it's bigger than ever, and it's more needed now than ever. So that's another thing I show you about that. And so you have to keep track, and don't worry about what's going on with the new presidents and things. That's just noise and entertaining. So that's like watching wrestling or something like that. But it's local that these programs are at. And by the time they pass a law, like Biden's stuff is just starting now. He passed laws 2 years ago. So you want to know what's there now. You don't want to wait for a year or two. So forget about what's going on in Washington. And find the programs locally, local, and call people. Okay, here's another one. How they have programs here that find success rate, 90% success rate of people they get. And it's free. These are free programs. Every program I tell you about is free. Get job opportunities and training, and get 90% get out of poverty by doing these programs. 90%. Wow. What else is there? Yeah. Here's another one. Free. See, also there's so many free training. You want to go look for a job, whether it's even a like a hotel, restaurant, or food and beverage, or carpenter, meat cutter. What local community colleges are training you for free to get those certificates and skills. They want to help people get skills to get good jobs and whatever. And all these do not require a college degree. So here, carpenter helper, commercial driver's license, a CDL. A lot of people want to do that, okay? Get that for free. Electrical helper, fiber optics, food and beverage, heavy equipment, land survey, meat cutter, mental health worker. We all need that, don't we? And that's available You contact your local community college, or actually go to Career One Stop, careeronestop.org, and ask them about training program. But you don't stop there. You don't go to one place and they say, no, nothing for you. No, you go to another place. You go to findhelp.org and put in job training there, and you'll find 200 programs. So if you called one and they said it's not for you, you don't go home, man. You have to call another. It's like looking for a job. Okay? And all this stuff is for people without degrees. I think that's it. I think so. So let us know if we could help you. It's letsgohelp.com, where we have a loving community that help each other. All we're there to help each other figure out this system and how to use it. If you don't use this system, using the giving economy. The giving economy is there to help you get a better life. And here I'll show you an astounding graph to me. This is a chart of all the developed countries. What's a developed country? These are the developed countries that have money. I mean, there's 200 countries in the world, but there's about 30 that are developed. So they're higher level, like us, okay? And all the European countries, a whole bunch. Okay, so there's 30 of these. Okay, now this is a chart showing these 30 countries. Who has the most poverty people? You know who's number one? Who do you think? USA. USA. We're number one. Number one in creating poverty. That's right. We have more poverty than any other developed country. Now listen, we even beat out, number 2 is Israel, which surprised me too. Turkey is number 3. Chile is number 4. Mexico is number 5. We beat Mexico out. You realize we have more percentage of poverty in the USA than in Mexico. What's going on here? Then Estonia, Japan is better. Now, down in the least poverty is those Northern Europe countries. Denmark, Finland, they have like 5%. We have 17%. Wow. Different, 17%. I mean, that's 50, 60,000 million people that are in poverty in this country. Yeah, the average for all these fat cat countries is like 12%, and we're up 17%. We're not even average. Like a Wake Wobegon or something there. So let's see if I can help. Letsgohelp.com. For $20, we give you hand-holding help until you find those programs that you're eligible for. You don't have to pay us money. They'll go to people like findhelp.org, and you could put in your zip code and put in housing and start calling those people. Don't expect you to just get a website and fill out the blanks. No, you get a website and call people, and only call people on .gov or .org. Please, the help is out there, but you have to do some work, okay?